and responsible tourism while harnessing nature's renewable energy potential. We are honored to have distinguished experts from different parts of the world joining us today, bringing valuable insight on the significance of Geopark in creating sustainable future. Okay, from Rangin, we have some video from you. The activity of our Earth Day in April 2020. In 2020, Kak Andi, could you share the video before we start?
Sudah masuk. Harus kerjaan kita nih nonton film.
This is the heart of Sumatra, Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, a treasure trove of natural wonders, history, and sustainability. Here, we envision a future where nature and communities thrive together, fostering a sustainable livelihood for generations to come. The indigenous people of Merangin have safeguarded their forests for centuries, protecting water source, nurturing biodiversity, and preserving the delicate balance of their life. Their wisdom teaches us that when we care for nature, nature cares for us. Earth Day 2025 carries a powerful message: our power, our planet. At Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, we believe in building awareness and instilling a deep connection to nature. Our eco-literacy program inspires young minds, guiding them to embrace and protect the legacy of their homeland. As inheritors of this geopark, these children embark on a journey to one of the most fascinating waterfalls in Merangin, Serintik Hujan Paneh, a masterpiece of nature hidden in Talang Paru village. Understanding renewable energy is key to shaping a sustainable future, from the sun above to the wind that whispers through the trees. Nature holds endless possibilities for clean energy. Serintik Hujan Paneh waterfall isn't just a breathtaking sight. It's a lesson in power, in possibility. Through hydroelectric energy, the waterfall teaches us that nature itself fuels the future. This kid's future is renewable energy. Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark eager to make sure they know their mission: to protect the earth and its resources. With knowledge, with passion, and eco-conscious, they will lead the way toward a sustainable tomorrow. As the waters of Serintik Hujan Paneh waterfall continue their endless journey, so too does our mission in Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark to safeguard our natural wonders through education, conservation, and innovation. Merangin Geopark is part of a vast global network where knowledge and solution flow between communities, strengthening our shared commitment to sustainability. Together with other UNESCO Global Geoparks around the world, let's champion the cause of renewable energy, empowering future generations to embrace clean solutions, share ideas, and build a greener future. From Merangin indigenous forests to rivers and waterfalls, from local tradition to global collaboration, every step we take aligns with our global vision, where the power of nature and the wisdom of people unite for a better planet.
Okay, thank you for watching. The spirit and commitment we saw remind us to we are here today to keep working together to a greener and more sustainable future. Now, without any further ado, To begin this session, we welcome the chairperson of Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, Mrs. Misnawati, to opening this virtual commemoration. Kamisna, are you here?
Okay, I'm here. Thank you, Mrs. Selfie. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and good evening to all our distinguished panelists and participants joining us today from different corners of the world. Is it an honor to welcome you to this meaningful final discussion in celebration of Earth Day 2025, organized by Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark. Today, as we stand together under the theme Our Power, Our Planet, we recognize the urgency of harnessing renewable energy while ensuring environmental protection and sustainability. This is not just an academic discussion. It's a call to action, a commitment to safeguarding our planet through responsibility energy solution. As the chairman of Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, I'm from to represent a landscape that is not only rich in geological wonders, but also deeply rooted in environmental stewardship and indigenous wisdom. Our geopark spanning about 4,832 at 3.1 kilometer per second. Holds research such as the early Permian fossil tree, the Masurai caldera, and the safe biodiversity that thrives within our forests and rivers. But beyond its natural beauty, Merangin Geopark stands as a testament to the power of community-driven conservation efforts. One of our key mission to explore how renewable energy, particularly hydroelectric power, can be implemented without compromising biodiversity. We firmly believe that energy sustainability must not come at the cost of natural stability. This is why incorporating indigenous knowledge in protecting water source in fundamental principle in our energy. By integrating ancestral wisdom with modern science, Merangin has become a global model for community-led energy innovation. And today, we will hear from renowned experts and geopark leaders who will explore the role of indigenous communities in preserving rivers and securing hydroelectric power as long-term sustainable solution. Indigenous communities in Merangin have safeguarded water ecosystem for centuries, ensuring that rivers remain pure, flowing, and aligned with a natural cycle. Their practice, sacred forest conservation, river flow monitoring, and land stability technique offer essential safeguard for electronic plant. Without this conservation effort, even the most advanced hydro technology risks failure due to water depletion and ecology imbalance. By learning from the traditional wisdom, we unlock solutions that respect both nature and energy needs, making hydroelectric sustainable not just possible, but truly effective. Our discussion today is an opportunity to explore how geopark worldwide can unite in advancing this vision. As we begin this panel discussion, let us remember The success of renewable energy is measured not just in megawatt, but its ability to exist with nature and empower communities. It is our duty as research policymakers and environmentalists and local leaders to ensure energy solutions work in harmony with the Earth's natural balance. Let's embrace new ideas, challenge assumptions, and collaborate on strategies that ensure hydroelectric power remains a sustainable force for a generation to come. Before I close this opening speech, I will conclude with a pantun, particular from the Melayu community in Merangin Jambi. Excuse me, I will to say with Indonesia or Merangin Jambi language.
Kamisna, are you still here? Is technical issue there? It's breathing, yeah. Wah, okay. That's the best part of the speech. We don't get it. Okay, thank you, Kamisna, for your speech. As this commemoration has started, everyone, it is privilege for me to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Nicholas Zoros, President of the Global Geopark Network. Professor Nicholas has been a pioneer in the practices of the Geopark movement, advocating for sustainable and the role of Geopark in scientific and environmental education. Professor Nicholas, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to participate in this very important meeting. Warm congratulations to Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark and also to the Indonesian Geopark Network for selecting this theme to celebrate the Earth Day 2024. I would try briefly to speak about the role of geoparks in renewable energy transition, and it's a very honor and pleasure to be with all of you. I hope that you see my presentation in full screen. Is it okay?
Yes, it's
okay. Thank you. So I would like to say that geoparks have in their core of the concept the sustainability from the very first moment of their creation. UNESCO Global Geopark are supporting Earth heritage for sustainable development, and is sustainable development that supports the conservation and preservation of the history of our planet, the planet itself, because our planet is embracing all different elements that constitute the long history of our planet, and help us understand that we just appear in the very end of a long period, and we have a responsibility to try to support the safeguarding of the history of our planet, and at the same time safeguarding the future of our planet. And only by using sustainable methodologies we can achieve this goal. In fact, Geoparks is an innovative concept based on a heritage-driven sustainable local development to support communities, especially living in rural areas, in islands and coastal zones, to understand the value of their heritage and use the best tools in order to safeguard the future of our planet. We need creative thinking, innovation, and problem solving to imagine ourselves out of the challenges of inequality and vulnerability that we face daily in our planet. The Global Geoparks Network is a network of territories hosting geological treasures of our planet, and at the same time, a network of communities, a network of people, a network of solidarity, exchange, collaboration that helps ideas all around the globe to circulate, to share with these communities, and help better for a more sustainable future. Nowadays, the Global Geoparks Network has 229 UNESCO Global Geoparks in 50 countries. 113 are in Europe, 94 in Asia and Pacific, 15 in Latin America, 5 in North America, and 2 in Africa. And I have to say that the basement of our thinking comes from the development of the Geopark concept from 1991, when UNESCO organized a conference declaring that the memory of the Earth and the geological heritage sites have the rights of conservation and preservation. Some years after, in 96, we start to discuss about a new mechanism for geoheritage protection and management. And in 2000, we managed to create the first Geopark network, the European one. And in 2004, the foundation of the global Geoparks network took place in Paris, with only 25 geoparks coming from Asia and Europe. And soon afterwards, we tried to meet, to gather all together in order to discuss these big challenges, starting from June of 2004, and several other meetings took place. One of the biggest challenges, of course, is the natural disaster mitigation. And this was discussed in 2012 during the 5th International Conference that took place in Japan. But we continue our efforts. And finally, in 2014, the Global Geoparks Network decided to be part of this global initiative of UNESCO, which has been agreed in 2015. Since that time, the Global Geoparks Network is working closely with UNESCO to accelerate the activities around the globe and include more territories in this global partnership. Through networking and common activities in the Global Geoparks Network, we are trying to share the most important issues. And we continue to meet all together to build a more sustainable community of territories focusing on sustainability issues. Our next big meeting will be this year in Cutralcura Geopark in Chile, where we will meet all together all the geoparks in the world. The Geopark concept is based on networking and collaboration. And as I said before, Geoparks introduce an holistic approach based on the human capital that we have in our territories, and through a bottom-up approach engage all stakeholders towards the sustainable development strategy. And this is very important, and of course it includes an important part of these new ideas for using green energy in order to meet the challenges of climate crisis, which is the biggest threat of our planet. Geoparks are promoting the outstanding natural beauty of our planet, trying to engage more and more people and raise awareness why we need to safeguard these territories, why we need to attract both common local communities and visitors in order to protect the aesthetic value of our territories. And the stunning scenery of our geoparks makes more to think more about our duties and our responsibilities in order to safeguard our planet. For this, for the very beginning, geoparks are engaged with promoting sustainability, promoting all the sustainable development goals, which will not be achieved in 2030 as it was the agenda. But for this reason, we need even more to work together in order to make it possible in the years to come. And through our General Assembly, the Global Geoparks Network is implementing a sustainability strategy. Of course, we have the GGN has an executive board which works, but especially through working groups is trying to work on specific targets. And for the long-term strategy 2025, 2035, that has been agreed by the advisory committee and the executive board of GGN, the GGN has created a new working group on climate crisis, because climate crisis adaptation is the very first priority for all our network. The Global Geoparks Network has made valuable contributions to addressing climate change by preserving geological heritage, by studying past climate patterns. GGN helps to deepen our understanding of the long-term efforts of climate change. However, there is much more that we can do, and the GGN recognized the need to enhance its effort towards that goal. For GGN, there is a growing need for targeted actions to improve climate change resilience. Geopark can serve as critical sites for scientific research where data on environmental changes can be gathered and shared globally. At the same time, GGN aims to better integrate the traditional knowledge of local communities, which has importance in adapting climate shifts. Over the next decade, GGN intends to enhance its role in engaging in a more active collaboration with local community scientists, stakeholders, in order to tackle climate change. Through knowledge sharing, capacity building actions, GGN will aim to enhance resilience at the global level, offering practical solutions and support the reduction of climate change on both natural and human system. And this roadmap lays out a framework for this future action, ensuring that GGN's network evolves into a more proactive force in mitigating climate change effects and promoting sustainable adaptation strategies. In this sense, the sustainable energy tradition is extremely important. Energy transition is critical to tackling climate crisis, as fossil fuels unfortunately still provide 80% of the global energy supply. And central to energy transition is also the concept of just transition, which is very important for our geoparks. This energy accelerating the energy transition requires scaling up renewable energy production and energy storage, decarbonizing sectors reliant on fossil fuels, accelerating energy efficient measures, creating an enabling environment, and adapting innovative financial mechanisms. And also digitalization can offer a fast and cost-effective way to accelerate this energy transition. In geoparks, we have several examples where, for example, the work with supporting geothermal energy use can become, with the support of Geopark, a major geotourism attraction. For example, in Iceland, we have the example of Blue Lagoon, where is the major geotourism attraction in Iceland. Geoconservation and green energy can go together. Implementing geoconservation can help to develop green energy, is not something that have a contrast. This does not mean that we should eliminate the establishment of new windmills or solar panels parks, but we should find the best way to develop the appropriate methodologies in order both to safeguard the geological heritage and at the same time find the necessary space to implement new wind farms. And here you see an example where there is safeguarding of geological heritage, like fossil trees, in a place where it will going to be a wind farm production site. And also we have several examples around the globe where geoparks are trying to greening their infrastructure, for example, by using solar panel and solar energies in their museums, in their visitor centers, in their infrastructures, or using electric cars that we have in several geoparks to serve the visitors in a more effective way. Geoparks, by sharing these examples, can help by working together to ensure a just transition in green energy. And because we know that this transition, if it's not just, can increase a lot of challenges, it is important to act all together to mitigate those impacts, especially for vulnerable populations. And we need to work all together for a just and inclusive transition, which is a powerful catalyst for creating green jobs, adapting education system, building inclusive and effective institutions, and advancing social, environmental, and economic justice for our geoparks, for our territories, for our countries. And this is something that geoparks are working. And geoparks have already adapted in this strategy action plans. They are included in our long-term strategy, and among them these actions include raising general community awareness on climate change, encouraging population actions on waste management and recycling material use, introducing the zero plastic policy, analyzing UNESCO Global Geoparks energy use in order to multiply the resources, the part of energy which is coming from renewable sources, evolving the network's operation through sharing of this good practice among Geopark, adoption of a GGN carbon offset policy and producer, collecting and use carbon offsetting, and promoting annual Geopark's action plan on climate change adaptation. I know that in this limited time of my presentation was not possible to include everything. I tried to present an outline of the Geopark's policy on renewable energy, and I hope that the majority of Geoparks are going to present very soon new activities towards the #1 priority for safeguarding our planet. There is much to do also in education, in sustainable tourism activities, using green energy in all these sectors of Geopark action. And with these words, I would like to thank you very much for your attention, and wish every success to today's meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you
warm
very much.
congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Prof. Nicholas, for inspiring keynote speech. Your words really remind us how Geopark are not only about preserving landscape, but also about empowering communities and driving real change for our planet and future. Okay, everyone, before we dive into exciting discussion on the panel discussion, let me quickly go through a few friendly reminders to keep everything smoothly and enjoyable to everyone. Please keep your microphone mute during the presentation unless you invited to speak. Use the chat feature to send your question during the Q&A session, and turn on your camera for the group photo, and stay engaged, take notes, and support each other with positive energy through the session. And please don't mute yourself unless requested by the moderator. Refrain from using distracting background or noises, and try to not to leave during the panel session. Okay, before we go to the panel session, I will ask you all to turn on your camera. We will capture this moment. Please turn on your camera if you are comfortable. We will We want to see all the faces all around the world here. And Kak Andi or Kak Ilham is ready to capture this moment. Okay, Kak Andi, Kak Ilham, are you ready
Foto
for
itu.
capturing our moment?
Ready.
Okay, let's give us your best pose.
Salam Geopark. Salam Geopark.
Salam Geopark. Okay, everyone.
Once again.
OTG kan.
Bisa dihitung Kak Andi?
Mantap Bang, bagus.
3, 1. 3, 2, 1. Everybody.
Oke.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sip.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we move into our insightful panel discussion. To guide us through this session, I pleased to introduce our moderator, Kak Ata Ferin. She is an eco-literacy enthusiast that has been facilitating our Merangin tribe. That's Merangin Jambi UGGP Youth Forum. Kak Ata Ferin, are you here? Shall we begin?
Yes, thank you, Sylvie. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, but I can see your cameras not on.
I don't think I will turn on the camera because
Oh,
it's raining hard here. So I would like to focus on my audio. So we will go smoothly without any technical hiccups, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you, Sylvie, and hello again, everyone. It's an honor to serve you as a moderator for this panel discussion on the role of geoparks in renewable energy and sustainable development. So today we have an incredible lineup of experts from renowned UNESCO Global Geoparks from around the world, each bringing unique perspectives on sustainability, education, conservation, and innovation. So let's dive in and hear from our distinguished panelists. The first one is Dr. Agus. Dr. Agus is our general manager in Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark, and Dr. Agus is the leading figure behind Merangin Jambi's journey to become a UNESCO Global Geopark. He works closely with local communities to protect nature through traditional wisdom and sustainable development. So he will share how indigenous practices help protect water sources and support clean energy, especially clean energy efforts in Sumatra's unique fossil-rich landscape Merangin. Dr. Agus' presentation will be in Bahasa Indonesia, and I would translate it for you. So I hope my work will do the justice for Dr. Agus' inspiring presentation. So Dr. Agus,
Ya.
the floor is yours.
Baik, terima kasih Kak Ata. Izinkan saya presentasi dalam bahasa Indonesia, nanti tolong ditranslate dan ditranslate oleh Kak Ata. Yang saya hormati dan saya banggakan, yang terhormat Dr. Nicholas Zorus, Presiden Global Geopark Network. Terima kasih sudah berkenan untuk hadir pada acara ini. Hadir juga di sini Dekan Fakultas Hukum Universitas Jambi, Dr. Hartati. Sahabat-sahabat saya Jaron dari Korat UNESCO Global Geopark, Koki Negata dari Lesbos, Ilyas Paliakos dari Greece, dan sahabat-sahabat pejuang geopark di Taman Bumi di seluruh dunia yang hadir pada kesempatan ini. Bapak Ibu, pada kesempatan ini saya mengambil tema peran pengetahuan adat dalam melestarikan sumber air untuk keberlanjutan pembangkit listrik tenaga air di Geopark Merangin Jambi. Air merupakan sumber kehidupan, bukan sekedar sumber energi, tetapi Tanpa pengelolaan yang bijak, sungai yang memberikan daya bagi pembangkit listrik tenaga air dapat terdegradasi, menyusut, bahkan mati. Namun demikian, di Geopark Merangin Jambi, masyarakat adat telah menjaga keseimbangan alam selama berabad-abad, memastikan bahwa sungai tetap mengalir, tetap lestari, dan tetap menjadi sumber energi. Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark adalah kawasan dengan warisan geologi unik, mulai dari fosil Araucariopsilon yang berusia 300 juta tahun lalu, hingga kaldera Masurai yang menjadi saksi sejarah geologi Nusantara. Namun salah satu dari aset paling berharga dari Geopark Merangin Jambi adalah sumber daya air yang menghasilkan energi terbarukan melalui proyek pembangkit listrik tenaga mikrohidro. Tantangan utama dalam pengembangan energi hidro adalah memastikan keberlanjutan sumber-sumber air. Dan dari sinilah kearifan lokal berperan sebagai alat paling kuat untuk menjaga keseimbangan antara energi, ekologi, dan keberlanjutan masyarakat Merangin.
Okay, I will translate Dr. Agus' presentation. So Dr. Agus started the presentation by greeting all the distinguished guests and panelists. The presentation of Dr. Agus is Indigenous Wisdom, Safeguarding Water for Sustainable Hydropower in Merangin Geopark. So water is more than just a source of energy, it is a foundation of life itself. Without responsible management, the rivers that power our hydropower plants may degrade, shrink, or vanish altogether. But in Merangin Geopark, indigenous communities have preserved nature's delicate balance for centuries, ensuring that the rivers remain flowing, thriving, and sustainable as an enduring source of energy. Nestled in Jambi, Indonesia, Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark is a treasure trove of geological history and home to ancient Araucariopsilon fossils dating back over 300 million years, and the awe-inspiring Masurai caldera, a testament to the geological evolution of the Nusantara. And however, one of its most precious natural assets is water, which fuel micro-hydropower projects that generate clean, renewable energy. The key challenge in hydropower development lies in securing long-term water sustainability. This is where indigenous knowledge emerged as an invaluable resource, offering time-honored strategies to maintain the fragile equilibrium between energy, ecology, and community well-being.
Energi hidro di Geopark Merangin Jambi bukan sekedar teknologi modern, ia adalah bagian dari ekosistem yang telah dijaga oleh masyarakat adat selama berabad-abad. Salah satu proyek utama yaitu pembangkit listrik tenaga mikrohidro di Desa Rantau Kermas dan Desa Talang Paruh menunjukkan bahwa bagaimana energi terbarukan dapat dikembangkan tanpa merusak lingkungan. Namun, mengandalkan teknologi saja tidak cukup tanpa strategi yang mempertimbangkan keberlanjutan sungai dan ekosistemnya. Proyek hidro dapat menyebabkan krisis air, erosi tanah, atau bahkan hilangnya keanekaragaman hayati. Disinilah peran kearifan lokal masyarakat adat menjadi solusi utama dalam memahami siklus air secara alami, menerapkan metode konservasi berbasis tradisi, serta memastikan bahwa pengambilan energi tidak melebihi kapasitas alam. Kata.
Hydropower in Merangin Geopark isn't just about modern engineering. It is deeply intertwined between an ecosystem nurtured by the indigenous community for generations. Take the micro hydropower plants, or PLTMH, in Rantau Kermas village and Talang Paruh village, which exemplifies how sustainable energy can thrive without compromising the environment. However, technology alone is not enough. Without holistic, ecosystem-conscious planning, hydropower projects could trigger devastating consequences: water scarcity, land degradation, and biodiversity loss. Indigenous wisdom offers the solution through a profound understanding of natural water cycles, traditional conservation techniques, and a deep respect for nature's limits.
Salah satu aspek yang sering diabaikan dalam pembangunan energi hidro adalah keterlibatan masyarakat adat. Padahal masyarakat adat di Merangin seperti suku orang Batin Lamo, suku Serampas, bahkan memiliki sistem pengolahan air yang terbukti mampu menjaga ekosistem sungai selama berabad-abad. Praktek utama yang diterapkan oleh masyarakat adat dalam melindungi sumber air di antaranya yang pertama adalah konservasi hutan adat. Daerah sekitar sungai harus tetap berhutan karena akar pohon menjaga stabilitas tanah dan memastikan aliran sungai tetap stabil. Yang kedua adalah teknik terasering dan pemeliharaan kesuburan tanah, mencegah erosi tanah yang bila mengganggu aliran sungai dan mengurangi efektivitas pembangkit listrik tenaga air. Yang ketiga adalah pemantauan komunitas terhadap siklus air. Masyarakat adat tidak mengambil air secara berlebihan dan memahami bahwa energi harus diproduksi sesuai dengan kondisi lingkungan. Tanpa penerapan sistem ini, pembangkit listrik tenaga air akan menghadapi resiko besar, penurunan debit air, kerusakan ekologi, hingga kegagalan operasional.
Too often, indigenous communities are sidelined in energy development conservation, despite their unparalleled expertise in water management. In Merangin, the Orang Batinamo and Serampas tribes have upheld centuries of water preservation techniques, ensuring rivers remain pristine and powerful. Here's how indigenous knowledge protects water sources. First, preserving indigenous forests, keeping the land forest ensures root systems stabilize the soil and maintain steady river flow. Second, sustainable tracing and soil enrichment, preventing erosion that could disrupt water pathways and degrade hydropower efficiency. And the third is community-led water monitoring. Indigenous practices prioritize responsible water usage, ensuring extraction aligns with environmental conditions. Ignoring this principle risks declining water levels, ecosystem collapse, and energy shortage. Merangin Geopark refuses to accept. Silakan, Dokter.
Ya, meskipun masyarakat adat memiliki pengetahuan mendalam tentang pelestarian air, seringkali mereka tidak dilibatkan dalam perencanaan energi. Hal ini menyebabkan beberapa tantangan utama seperti eksploitasi sungai tanpa mempertimbangkan keseimbangan ekosistem. Yang kedua, berkurangnya keanekaragaman hayati akibat pembangunan tanpa regulasi konservasi. Yang ketiga, kurangnya integrasi antara pengetahuan adat dan kebijakan energi nasional. Namun, solusi terbaik adalah menggabungkan ilmu pengetahuan modern dengan kearifan lokal melalui peningkatan peran masyarakat adat dan pengelolaan proyek hidro, program pendidikan lingkungan untuk generasi muda agar tetap mereka memahami pentingnya konservasi air, kolaborasi dengan ilmuwan pembuat kebijakan agar proyek PLTA lebih berkelanjutan. Merangin Geopark telah menunjukkan bahwa model berbasis masyarakat adat dapat menjadi solusi nyata sebagaimana dibuktikan dengan penghargaan Best Practice Award di GCN Award 2025 di Maroko beberapa tahun lalu.
Despite possessing vital environmental wisdom, indigenous communities frequently lack representation in energy policy decisions, leading to first, unregulated river exploitation that threatens ecological balance, and second is biodiversity decline due to reckless hydropower expansion. The third is a disconnect between local tradition and national energy frameworks. The best path forward is collaboration, melding scientific advancement with indigenous wisdom through active participation of indigenous communities in hydropower projects, eco-literacy programs to educate future generation about water conservation, and then partnerships with researchers and policymakers to ensure long-term sustainability. Merangin Geopark has already proven that community-based energy solution work, earning international recognition with a Best Practice Award at the Global Geopark Network (GGN) conference in Morocco last year.
Saya ingin mengajak kita semua melihat langsung bagaimana generasi muda di Merangin terlibat dalam ekosistem energi, ekoliterasi energi keberlanjutan. Dalam rangka Hari Bumi 2025, Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark telah mengadakan kegiatan ekoliterasi air di air terjun Serintik Hujan Panah dengan Desa Terangparuh memperkenalkan konsep pembangkit listrik tenaga air kepada para pelajar dan remaja lokal. Air terjun Serintik Hujan Panah merupakan suatu keindahan alam yang luar biasa, tetapi juga sumber energi potensial yang dapat dimanfaatkan secara bijak. Melalui program ini, para peserta pelajar sebagaimana air dapat menjadi kekuatan yang mendorong keberlanjutan sambil tetap mempertahankan keseimbangan ekologi dan budaya lokal. Dapat kita saksikan bagaimana generasi muda di Merangin kami dorong terus untuk mengambil peran sebagai penjaga lingkungan, memastikan bahwa air tidak hanya menjadi sumber energi tapi juga tetap lestari untuk generasi mendatang.
Want to witness sustainability in action, I would like to share Merangin's Youth Next Generation of Environmental Guardians, this year in celebration of Earth Day 2025, and GUGGP organized a groundbreaking eco-literacy event at Serintik Hujan Panah Waterfall, Talangparu Village, introducing local students to the transformative power of hydropower technology. Serintik Hujan Panah Waterfall isn't just a natural wonder, it's a potential renewable energy source waiting to be harnessed without harming its ecosystem. Through hands-on learning, participants explore the delicate interplay between energy generation, ecological balance, and indigenous conservation efforts. This initiative fosters a new wave of youth leadership, empowering young minds to champion responsible water management, ensuring rivers remain a legacy, not a lost treasure.
Mengembangkan energi terbarukan tanpa merusak lingkungan bukanlah impian. Itu adalah keniscayaan, sesuatu yang nyata dan bisa dicapai. Kunci dari keberhasilan ini terletak pada penggabungan ilmu pengetahuan dan tradisi, memastikan bahwa pembangkit listrik tenaga air di Merangin akan tetap berfungsi dalam jangka panjang. Di masa depan, Merangin Geopark berkomitmen untuk terus mengembangkan program-program berbasis konservasi, termasuk memperluas proyek-proyek mikrohidro berbasis masyarakat. Kedua, memperkuat kemitraan dengan geopark lain di Indonesia untuk berbagi strategi keberlanjutan. Mengintegrasikan edukasi lingkungan ke dalam sistem pendidikan lokal. Hari ini, kita tidak hanya membahas tentang sumber energi, kita membahas tentang warisan budaya, konservasi ekologi, dan masa depan yang lebih berkelanjutan. Air adalah merupakan kekuatan kita. Bumi adalah rumah kita. Dan dengan pengetahuan adat, kita dapat memastikan bahwa energi hidro menjadi solusi jangka panjang bagi generasi mendatang, sekaligus menempatkan geopark di seluruh dunia sebagai kekuatan global energi terbarukan. Terima kasih, dan mari kita sama-sama membangun masa depan bumi yang lebih hijau dan berkelanjutan. Salam Geopark.
Okay, I will translate it first before Kak Agus will perform the pantun ya Kak Agus. Kak Agus will say the pantun now or I have to translate it first? Mau diterjemahin dulu Kak atau saya tunggu Kakak selesai pantun?
Ya, satu aja ya.
Okay.
Air mengalir jernih ke kali, gunung menjulang penuh pesona. Geopark lindungi bumi pertiwi, warisan dunia yang tak ternilai harganya. Salam Geopark. Silakan Kak.
Thank you Kak Agus. I will translate the closing statement of Kak Agus' presentation. So renewable energy must be developed responsibly. A sustainable hydropower future hangs on integrating science with tradition, securing the longevity of Merangin clean energy infrastructure. Looking ahead, Merangin Geopark is committed micro hydro initiative, and then forging partnerships with other geoparks to share sustainability strategies.
Abangku. Birapi siapa Lord? Birapi abangku kuras.
Embedding environmental education into the local curriculum. And today, we are not just respecting energy. Agus said, we are shaping the future. Water is our power, the earth is our home. With indigenous wisdom, we safeguard both. So let's unite in building a greener, more resilient world where geoparks become global leaders in sustainable energy. Thank you. Let's keep the rivers flowing, the forest thriving, and the future bright. That's what Kak Agus presented just now. And Dr. Agus also says something like a traditional poem, or in Jambi they call it pantun. And the pantun is very nice. It's about environmental and how geopark becomes the key structure, the key power for sustainable energy in every region, of course. Thank you, Agus. That is truly insightful. Thank you for highlighting how geoparks can drive innovation while generate active collaboration with indigenous communities and preserving natural heritage. Now we have Koki Nagata-san. Mr. Koki Nagata. Koki Nagata-san, are you with us? Hello? Koki Nagata-san.
Sorry, hi.
Okay.
Can I hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Are you ready for your presentation?
Yeah, thank you very much. And hi, everyone.
Let me introduce you first to the audience, Koki-san. So Koki-san is from ASO UGGP Japan, and Koki Nagata is ASO UGGP in Japan, built around one of the world's largest active volcanoes. In this session, he will highlight ASO's geothermal village, where geothermal energy supports agriculture, preserves cultures, and drives innovation. Koki-san will show how renewable practices can create resilient and sustainable communities in geopark area. Okay, Koki-san, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I'm very honored to be here, and thank you very much to inviting me. And my title is Harnessing Geothermal Wind and Solar Energy within the Geoparks. But in my area, ASO UNESCO Global Geopark has wind power energy, but today I focus geothermal energy, and we have the most sustainable village in the world called Waita Village. Yes, then let me introduce our experience and good example. And please, next, please. Yes, but let me, no, please back. Yes, let me introduce ourselves and why I'm here. And because Marangjin Jambi and ASO signed MOU last year. This is the picture, and this is a gift from Merangin Jambi, and I love the Indonesian people, and it's very honored to sign with you guys. So now I'm here. So please, next, please. And this is location of ASO UNESCO Global Geopark. ASO is located southern part of Japan and Kyushu Island, center of Kyushu Island. And Waita Village is located north part of ASO UNESCO Global Geopark. And the red point is that location. The ASO consists of 8 municipalities. We call this, and also we have huge depression terrain we call caldera. Because it's shaped like a bowl, it usually becomes a lake, as in the Toba Caldera UGGP. But in Aso, the lake has now disappeared, and about 1,000 people live inside it, and 20,000 people outside of it. And we have one active volcano. And yes, this is our outline of the situation. And next, please. And next, yeah, this is a movie of the White Village. Please, can you? Yes. Oh, it's a little bit maybe heavy, but yeah, the white steam is everywhere. And this is geothermal steam. And this village living with such kind of geothermal steam and geothermal heat and geothermal energy. Oh, a little bit maybe too heavy, I think. Sorry. So please, yeah, let's go next. If you want this movie, I will share next time. And this is no, please go back. Sorry. Please go back. Yes, this photo. And yeah, no, please go back these photos. No. Go back, please. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, this is village houses and even the agriculture with white steam. So this village has a lot of steam and living with geothermal. And please next slide, please. And yes, and in this year at the Geopark Gastronomy Working Group session, I it's very surprisingly I find a similar Geopark. I find it's called Azores Geopark at maybe Portuguese, and they also have like a steam, and they also have steam cooking. Maybe they're geo cook, and we also have like steam cooking customs in our Aso Geopark. Please, next, please. Yes, and so there, this Waita village using the geothermal heat and wood drying. Wood cannot be used as building material unless it is dried. Here, geothermal energy used to dry wood with zero CO2 emission. And this activity implemented by our partner, Oguni Forest Owners Association. And yeah, sometimes we learning together with Hong Kong Geopark. This photo is Hong Kong Lions Club. And please, next, please. Yes. Also, we have I've already mentioned about the agriculture, traditional varieties of vegetable, and soybeans are grown here, but only about 5 households still grows them. So, uh, it is necessary to conserve and keep their agriculture is our task, and maybe Geopark should conserve this culture. Next, please. Yes, this is our cooking. Yeah, some dishes and chicken boiled by this steam. So, many houses of this village own steam, natural steam. So they don't use like gas or fuel for a steam. It's all natural. Yeah, this one. This one is for tourists, but the houses, each houses have their own steam bowls like this. Steam kitchen. Yeah, it's very sustainable, I think, and it's very unique. Please, next, please. Next slide, please. Yes, and so the village people create new restaurant innovation that combine food culture and welfare. The restaurant's name is Tenku no Mame Batake. As a place for people with disability to participate in society, many people with disability work here. So they combine with culture and welfare. It's very new idea and it's very important and a very sustainable act, I think. So it's very not only conserve their culture, but they move forward to more sustainable. Next, please. And also, they welcoming the immigrants, Japanese immigrant, and they culture-based innovation and the entrepreneur challenge geothermal coffee. Steam is used in the roasting process, and I gave her and raw coffee bean gifts from Dak Nong UGGP. It's Vietnam, but now we collaborate. We means her collab. Aso and Aso and geothermal coffee collaborate with to promote this village. Next, please. And this is the main story about energy. This in the village has the corporate. It's the called Waita Kai. Waita Kai is a company name. The aim is protecting the village and working together as one, a new type of geothermal business organization. But why they establish new company? They have a story. Please next slide. Next slide, please. Yes, history, because the geothermal energy passed in the history division in the community. In the white area, a major company proposed the construction of the geothermal power plant around 1996. However, concerns about the possible depletion and the hot spring resource led to a split within the community between supporters and caution opponents. And the division became so serious that even the long-standing tradition of the community's Bon Dance festival in summer could no longer be held. But next, on the right side, I wrote, the community unity for the future again. Like many other areas in Japan facing a declining birth rate and aging population, the white area was also struggling as the younger generation moved to the cities. So amid these challenges, people came to share belief that introducing new industry could help sustain their community into the future. So unite again. And in 2011, overcoming the previous division, all householders in the district came together to establish a resident-led organization called Waita Association. It's that I mentioned, Waita Kai, with every family taking on a role as a member. Please next. And so now they move forward to agreements for sustainable operation. Through further discussion, the community agreed to prioritize the protection of the hot spring and the surrounding environment that I've mentioned that the culture and agriculture and some clean energy. And they decided to limit the scale of geothermal development to small-scale operation that would not require large-scale drilling. In addition, they established a monitoring system to regularly check the source wells of nearby hot spring business, ensuring that there were no change in water output or other conditions. With this agreement in place, local hot spring operator and community members joined forces to move forward within the geothermal power project. Please next. So this is my conclusion and lessons. Waita Village is, I think, one of the most sustainable village in the world. Its experience shows that clean energy can drive innovation and help preserve culture. However, the modern economic benefits brought by energy are significant. Without being wise consumers, villagers and stakeholders risk causing division and major cultural changes. As a geopark, we must not only celebrate clean energy, but also prove that the bonds of the community, local culture, and ancestral knowledge are, are equally or even more valuable. So we should also highlighting the local culture itself inspire new innovation. Through activities such as Geopark Gastronomy and SDGs Working Group, we can enhance and show these value. These value means our local customs and culture. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Koki-san. Fascinating. And it's really a valuable lesson from you. So for shedding light on geothermal energy possibilities, its implementation, and on how education plays a vital role in sustainability within geoparks. Thank you for that. But we'd love to experience the beauty of your language through your poem. You already prepared a very favorite poem of yours in your mother language in Japanese.
For me, sorry, just can I ask again?
Yeah, we'd like to experience your mother language poem you already prepared.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, if you're willing, please share. And I hope it's not more than 5 minutes. So we are excited to hear it. Please.
Yeah. But it's mean now I show my poem.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So okay. But before this session, can I explain what is the poem to
Sure,
this?
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Before this session, we talk about the poem for this session with Sylvie and Atta and yeah, because maybe not only scientific, in my understand, not only scientific things, but also the sense or art something is very important for culture. So let me introduce my PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Can you can you see can you see it?
Yeah. We can see it clearly.
Yeah, and yeah, my this is Japanese traditional books called the Pillow Book, written by Seisho Nagon, and she wrote our seasons. Spring, it is the dawn. Summer, night, and autumn, it is the evening. Winter, it is the early morning. So, left side, my opinion, right? I wrote. This is the opening passage of a book written over 1,000 years ago, and it's beautifully
Okay.
express the charm of Japan's fall season. In the summer section, red part, it described rain, saying that even rain on a summer night has its own quiet beauty. Rain is not only essential for agriculture, but it has also shaped the sensitivity and the ethic essence in Japanese daily life. I'm deeply moved by the fact that Japan has four distinct seasons and that we can still share the same feeling as someone who wrote about them over 1,000 years ago. Living in Aso, I truly feel the importance of preserving that sensibility along with our society, community, and the nature, like Geothermal Village. And Mr. Agas mentioned about community-based development is very important. And Mr. Zoros uh, mentioned about the climate change. And recently in Japan, climate change is effect is very so very I think bad effect is exist. So maybe
Okay.
he lost our four seasons. So I that's why I show this poem. Is it okay for Atta?
Okay. Okay. Koki-san, we're
Yeah,
waiting for that.
yeah,
Looking forward to hear that. Please,
yeah.
please.
Sorry.
The poem. Did you just read it, or
Ah,
we would
ah,
like to hear your we would like to hear your mother
yeah.
language,
Okay,
your
okay.
Japanese version of the yeah
In Japanese or
yeah in
English?
Japanese, of course.
In Japanese. Okay. Let me challenge.
You
Okay.
already explained to us about the poem and what is it in the poem, but we would like to experience your language, your mother
Okay.
language, the Japanese
Okay.
poem.
Yeah. I'm not a good singer or a poem writer, but let me try it.
Don't
Okay.
worry about that, Koki-san. Please proceed.
Yeah. And this is the Japanese version. Can you see?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Uh, I read red part.
Okay.
So, 夏は夜、秋の頃はさらなり、闇もなお、蛍の多く飛びしがち来たる。また、ただ一つ、二つなど、ほのかに打ち光りて、幾もおかし。雨など降るもおかし。That's all.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Coach.
Applause for Koki-san.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Koki-san.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's very amusing and fascinating because some of us probably will not understand the Japanese language, but still it's about rain, about the nature and how it affects local livelihood. Is that correct, Mr. Koki Nagata? Koki-san. Okay. Thank you for the nice presentation and very thorough. And finally, we welcome Dr. Ilyas Poliakos from Let's Force UGGP. Dr. Ilyas Poliakos is the Vice Coordinator of Let's Force UGGP, a geopark known for its sustainable tourism practices and strong community engagement. In this session, Dr. Poliakos will delve into the role of tourism and local community involvement in advancing climate action. He also will share valuable insights from Let's Force UGGP, where the synergy between environmental conservation and community participation has been pivotal in fostering a sustainable future. Dr. Poliakos, are you on already? Are you ready for this presentation?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Okay.
well.
Can you see the second slide?
Yes, yes, we can see
Perfect.
it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. After solving all the technical issues, I would like to thank you very much for this invitation. Maraging Champi UNESCO Global Geopark. It's a great pleasure to be with you from Lesbos Island, UNESCO Global Geopark, almost half of the globe, from the other side of the globe. And it's a great pleasure to see so many people participating in this seminar. We have heard many interesting things, and I will try to put also a little bit additional to this some information regarding the sustainable tourism and the community engagement for the climate action. It is no secret that climate change is a critical threat to communities and ecosystem. We can see it everywhere. Koki already mentioned it. We can see the drought causing mega fires. We can see the rising of sea level threatening insular communities and coastal areas. We can see extreme weather phenomena. So what is the contribution of tourism? What is the contribution of the things that we are doing as geoparks into this? It can contribute to the problem, but it can most importantly be part of the solution of this problem. And the solution to this problem is what is the basis of our work of our geoparks. You all know that we are bottom-up approach initiatives. We have our communities strongly involved into our work. So community-led sustainable tourism offers a lot of powerful tools in order to have climate resilience and local empowerment. So what is sustainable tourism? If we want to have the definition of sustainable tourism, then we could say that it is a kind of tourism that meets the needs of present tourists. It doesn't put strong limitations to what tourists want to see and to experience in a territory, but also it meets the needs of host regions, but at the same time trying to protect and enhance future opportunities. You can see in the schematic the right-hand side the three main principles of this sustainable tourism, which is the environmental integrity, which is the social equity, involving social into this strong movement, and of course it's always a very important factor, the economic viability. If we're speaking about sustainable tourism, we're not speaking about a short-term tourism. We're speaking about a long-term focus.
Excuse me. Excuse me,
Yes.
Dr. Fabio. Could
Yes.
you make your presentation full screen?
It is not
Because
full screen.
It's not full screen yet.
Okay, so let me see why it is not full screen. It should be actually full screen.
Yes. It would be better if we can share it full
Yes.
screen.
Okay, let me check the following. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you see it now in full screen?
Yes. Thank you very
Yes?
much.
It's okay. Okay,
Yes,
thank you. Sorry about that. So now I think you can read also the charts a little bit better. So it's a long-term focus, as I was saying. It's not something that we plan for the next year of the next couple of years. It's a very long-term focus. And the main scope is to have a minimal environmental impact and, of course, involving the cultural sensitivity. Believe it or not, tourism contributes to 8 to 10% of global CO2 emissions. In Europe, it's the fourth strongest polluter as a group. So this climate change that is caused by the CO2 emissions creates vulnerability to tourism. So it actually endangers our own product. How? By rising the sea levels, by having extreme weather conditions, and of course, by losing one of our most important feature, which is our biodiversity. So the need for tourism models that adapt and mitigate climate change is unavoidable. We need to engage our local communities. Why? Because they know the territory. They know what the territory produces. They know what the territory and how much the territory can sustain. They have the stewardship of natural resources, and they have the ownership of tourism infrastructure. They have to have. You can see on the picture on the right-hand side, women's cooperatives working on Lesbos Island UNESCO Global Geoparks, which the Geopark strongly promotes. Why? Because we want to widespread the tourism flow, not to have them concentrated in one place. We want the tourists to experience the local food, not to have imported inside the area food from factories, from outsiders. So this engagement helps to build climate awareness. It promotes the pro-environmental behavior. And of course, it encourages the low carbon solutions. What are the solutions? For example, slow travel. You don't have always to use an airplane to go to your destination. There are also other alternatives. To use local food, local supplies in order to meet the needs of your visitors. The strategies that are for sustainable tourism development are mainly focused on low impact infrastructure. What does this mean? It means to create and to run eco-lodges, for example, to use as much as possible renewable energy, and many others. We encourage visitors, we have to encourage visitors, and we have to encourage our local population to move sustainably around inside the territory and to the territory, using cycling, using walking tours, using public transportation. There are a lot, Professor Zouros already mentioned it, there are a lot of conservation activities linked to nature-based tourism. And of course, most importantly, educate the young generation through interpretation, through showing, through letting be part and active into activities that we're doing. Not simulations, but also real activities. You can see here on the right-hand side, children in the so-called georium trying to identify, to discover, to excavate fossils. And of course, to encourage the local businesses, the local tourists, with certificates to continue and follow certain standards. If we examine Lesbos Island, UNESCO Global Geopark, and what we do towards this direction, the first thing that we do is that we try to give first the good example, which the others can then follow. Not the other geoparks. I'm not speaking about being the best and trying to show you the different things, but inside the geoparks to see the geopark inside the geopark to see the geoparks people, how the geopark administration functions in order to follow this good example. So we are located here in Greece, in the northeastern Aegean Sea. One of the founding members of the European Geoparks network is Lesbos Island UNESCO Global Geopark, and its main attraction is the Lesbos Petrified Forest. So one thing that we needed to do is we had in the past concentration of a lot of visitors in one site. The site number indicated was number 1. Now we have created several other sites which we then can distribute the visitors in order not to put too much pressure into one site. Main epicenter of these visiting areas is, of course, the Natural History Museum of the Lesbos Petrified Forest. It's a classical, typical building. And this building needed to become an example of how to reduce energy consumption and how we can use renewable energy for the benefit of the territory and for reducing the CO2 emissions. So at the beginning, before doing all of these interventions, the building was categorized in category D regarding the energy label. And our aim was to categorize it in category A+. What this meant was that the annual energy consumption was 263 kilowatt hours per square meter, and the annual CO2 emissions before our interventions was about 90 kilogram per square meter. Here in Greece, we have, as today, a very sunny, it's a very sunny place. So we have a lot of energy coming from the sun, and this energy we wanted to use. But first of all, the solar energy can be also an enemy. How is that? If you have too much solar energy coming into your building, then the building becomes very hot. So you need to install filters in the windows in order to reduce the solar energy penetrating inside the building. Then we used shades, active shades, movable shades, in order to reduce again the solar power coming inside. And then how did we use the solar panel? Of course, by installing solar panels. But what is special with the solar panels is that they are recycling the energy inside the building. So we are not extracting the energy into the grid, but we are using batteries in order to circulate the energy, our own energy, the energy that we produce in order to power the museum. This is not hidden. This is promoted, this is communicated with our visitors, with the schools that are coming, and we have developed special educational programs in order to show how a rather small intervention can contribute into the reduction of the CO2 emissions. We have changed, of course, the lighting with modern bulbs and so on, also the outside lighting of the building, giving now a very, very nice view of the building in the night without adding more CO2 emissions. So after this intervention, what we achieved is that we reduced the CO2 emissions by 75, almost 75 kilograms per square meter. This is enormous. And even if we didn't, how much, you might ask yourself, how much did it cost? It didn't cost much. We managed to receive funds from the European Union. But even if we did, only by the reduction of the bills, of the electricity bills, in 8 years, this project would have financed itself. So how much did all this intervention cost? 320,000 euro, and it was completed in 1 year, in 12 months. So this gives us the opportunity to have some measuring impact, because we're speaking about reducing CO2, doing intervention. But is this measurable? Yes, it is measurable. We have the tools which we can say day by day how many kilograms, year by year, how many tons of CO2 emissions we have reduced. So we have reduced our carbon footprint. We have increased the local income by creating and supporting green jobs. The education of the visitors, no matter if they are school children or if they are adults, is very important to us in order to transmit this message. And of course, we are supporting the biodiversity and ecosystem as health indicators. So we are measuring, we have several specific traps where we can actually see how this change and this reduction of CO2 contributes into the enrichment of the biodiversity. So I will not hold you very much longer. I would just like to conclude this presentation by saying that sustainable tourism and community engagement is for sure something that is not optional. They are absolutely essential for climate action. And only if we work together, we can actually transform tourism into a force for good. Because our common aim is to protect our planet while actually empowering people. And with this short presentation, I would like once again to thank you very much for inviting me and for giving me this opportunity to address to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Holyakov. It's really enlightening, and as what we challenged before Koki-san before the previous presentation, word share vision and creative spark movement, they said like that. So would you like to share to us in your own mother language, maybe a short poem, or I don't know, maybe a song lyric in Greek that can enlighten us about the strength of cultural values to this seminar? Please, Dr. Holyakov.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Here in Lesbos comes from Lesbos comes one of the most important poet of Greece, a poet who has actually won a Nobel Prize. And he wrote one very long and very famous poem, which, if I would translate it freely, it would be, "It is worth." So in this poem, I will tell you only one frame, one verse, which I will translate freely, and then I will tell it in native language. It says that the soil that I step on, the water that I drink, the light that I breathe, are the ones that are of Earth's most important elements that Earth gives to me.
Wow.
So in Greek that would sound that το χώμα που πατώ, το νερό που πίνω, το φως που ανασένω, είναι της γης μου τα αγαθά. By Odysseus Elitis. Thank you so much.
Thank you. An inspiring remarks and perspective, Dr. Holyakov. We learned how Greece champions some clean energy projects. In the same time, we have also show it's very possible to maximize those infrastructures for massive clean energy supply. So thank you very much, Dr. Holyakov. Last but not least, we welcome Assistant Professor Jaron Durang-Krayom. Jaron Durang-Krayom is the Vice Director of the Education and Information Department at Korat UGGP, Thailand. Dr. Jaron, Assistant Professor Jaron, are you ready? Are you here already? And the presentation? Okay. So with a focus on strengthening policy frameworks, yes, the Assistant Professor Jaron Durang-Krayom will discuss how Geopark can play a pivotal role in supporting green energy solutions in Korat UGGP. So Assistant Professor Jaron Durang-Krayom, let's proceed.
Okay, Atta, did you see my slide?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
and
clear and full screen. Thank you.
okay, thank you very much, Atta, and thank you very much for organizing from Marangin Jambi. And today I feel very honored to be here and again. So on site in Marangin Jambi for 2 times, and we work together for so many times under the MOU between Marangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark and Korat UNESCO Global Geopark. And thank you very much for inviting us to join in this online seminar. And then on behalf of Korat UNESCO Global Geopark, I would like to share all of you about a strengthening policy framework for green energy solution. So I try to I try my best because this is not only the Geopark, Korat Geopark operation, but we have the partner to cooperate the activity together. Sorry. Okay. This is the content about my presentation today. I would like to brief you about the Korat Geopark and the development strategy from from this year to 2027, and some example about the project and activity in our Korat UNESCO Global Geopark territory. So Korat Geopark is sorry, wait a moment. It's located in Nakhon Ratchasima province. We officially recognized as the UNESCO Global Geopark in May 2023, and the area is covered the Lam Kong River Basin, and the location is located in the western part of the Korat Plateau, this one. So the area of the Korat Geopark is about 3,167 square kilometers, and the population is about 740,000 in the area. So we have the main international geological significance includes the Mesozoic and Cenozoic fossils, and the Cuesta mountain that we earning is the title of the land of Cuesta and fossils for the Korat UGGP. So for the strategy of the Korat Geopark from 2025 to 2027, we are follow the national strategy that fostering goes through the environmental, sustainable quality of life, and also the Nakhon Ratchasima province strategy that to accountability and sustainable development. So because of the 3 UNESCO heritage program located in the same province, I mean the Nakhon Ratchasima province, it is the origin of the provincial development plan that will jointly develop areas in these 3 UNESCO heritage sites, resulting in the triple heritage ring road plan for Nakhon Ratchasima province. So the strategy of Korat UGGP is also follow this plan of the province. So this is a strategy of the Korat Geopark that we have the vision. Is the vision of our geopark is about the living sustainability in harmony with nature and humanity. And we have the mission. The first mission is about the conservation of the geological, natural, and cultural heritage. That the objective of this mission is about the conservation, geological, natural, and cultural heritage for sustainable benefit. So from the mission and objective, this one, the strategy of this mission is concerned with the conserved geological resources and landscape with active participation from local community. And the second mission is the geopark and network management, that's to manage the geopark and its network for maximum benefit. So the strategy of this line is about management the geopark in an integrated manner. So the third one is the promote education and information So we would like to promote education and information for local community and tourists. So this strategy is about to promote education and information through various formats. So the first one is enhancing geotourism management. So the strategy of this line is provide geotourism service to international standard. So the last one is about enhancing the economic and social capacity of a local community. So we would like to develop the local economy based on unique identity and network. So for today, I think the activity of this event is should be concerned with the strategy number one, that is about to conserve geological resources and landscape with active participation from local community. So we have 4 plans about this strategy. The first one is the plan one is about enhancing local community participation in the conservation and protection and of geological, natural, and cultural heritage. The plan number 2 is about conservation, protection, and creation of database and geological. 3 is about the research on geological, natural, and cultural heritage. And plan number 4 is about media development to enhance the public awareness and interpretive communication of Korat Geopark. So this slide would like to show you about the potential of the green energy sources. Because of the area of Korat Geopark that located in the western part of the Korat Plateau. So there are more than 20 Cuesta mountain peak show up in the western part of the area. So this is this form is this feature from by the water we call antecedent river or ancient river, Lam Kong River, cut off the mountain, and then from the feature is like a Cuesta mountain peak like this. So this is a potential for the wind turbine farm, because the wind speed in this area is more than 6.14 meter per second. This is higher than the wind speed in another area. So using this permit, the Lam Kong in the Lam Kong Dam and Lam Kong wind turbine can generate the electricity up to 1,250 watt of power per plant, or allow 4.6 million units per year, and replacing 1.1 million liter of the fuel and lowering greenhouse gas emission by up to 2,300 tons each year. This is the data from EGAT website. So this is a very good opportunity to do the green energy in the area. So we have the example activity from this year, and I would like to show you from 6 projects that some project we have already done this, but some waiting for the next year. Okay, the first project is about participation activity for the conservation, restoration, and utilization of natural resources and the environment in the 5 districts of the Korat UNESCO Global Geopark. Another one is the reforestation project and forest strip development to increase green area and ecological balance. And the third is dry and wet waste and recyclable waste management project. The fourth one is about a local recyclable products from waste to water. The geoproduct from Khao Yen Thieng geosite of the Koraju GTP. The fifth one is about the Koraju Geopark and environment local storyteller development project. And the last one is the Triple Heritage Link Road Half Marathon project. It is running activity with the theme of the preserving the earth. So the first one we cooperated with the Office of Natural Resources and Environment of the Ratchasima province. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, we cooperated with the EGAT, the Electricity Generation Authority of Thailand. So this is the picture of the activity. So there are 60 participants in each district. We have the 5 districts in the Koraju Geopark territory, but there are 60 people join in each district join with this activity, especially the student. So the new generation is very important to do the activity with, because they will go up and we can run activity continue from our knowledge, from the knowledge, from the activity knowledge. So this one we check for the biomass and calculate for the carbon credit or something like that, and also study the plant in the forest. So this one, the picture I show you about the dry and wet waste and recyclable waste management project that we co with the EGAT and the environmental waste storing operation, and we have this garbage in the local community after this activity. So this one is the local recyclable product from waste to wonder. This is a very good activity because you know, the local people use the plastic from local community, and we can make the broom like this, and yeah, this is now become to the geoproducts of the Korat UNESCO Global Geopark. And also this one is the art from the sand and some waste in the area, and the artist teach for the local community to make the scarf, the pen, how to say, the painting, the art product. It's very beautiful, and we use the unique, how to say, it's unique in the area, the uniqueness in the area to promote the area by the artist project. And then this is a souvenir of the area from this project. And another one, we have the academic camp for the local student, that the student can be the youth guide in the area. So this group, we call this group is the Dodek Heti. Dodek is mean the children, Heti is mean doing good. So if you go to the area, they will show up about the Korat traditional song and Doring tale, and also planting Loi Fa. Loi Fa is mean frying by shooting plant seed. So this one also very important site, and we proud of them because they can show up for the tourists about conservation and protect the forests and local resources. And also the Triple Heritage Ring Road Half Marathon project. This is so we try to promote the theme, for example, like the preserving theme, preserving the earth theme, and we have the fantasy competition like this. So many people join with this activity, and it's very good. How to say it's some like a funny too, and and also success for the promoting of the preserving the earth. I really like this activity. And this one, I would like to show you about a green energy project from ICAT for smart city strategy. Because of the Geopark cooperated with so many organizations in the province. So one of the important, an important partner, I mean, this is ICAT. They help and support a lot for the Korat UNESCO Global Geopark from the beginning. So their project is also very interesting, and some we join with them, and then some we have the project and talk to them about the supporting. But this one I show you about the project of themselves. So the first one is a project to install solar cell system on a maintenance and staff residential building. The project to install solar cell system on a parking lot roof to generate power for a station, and the project for shuttle service for power plant worker at Lam Tukong Research Center using electric vehicle, and a project to use power station by installing solar cell, and a project to generate clean energy from biomass and hydropower using laser osmosis to reduce carbon emission, carbon dioxide emission. And then the Korat Loi Fa Half Marathon project, the project for organizing tourism bicycle in Ban Khao Ye Thieng. This is also joined with the Korat Geopark, and Song Thao Car Guide for tourism. This is also the project of the Korat Geopark that we join together. Project to build the water retention dam to increase green space in the forest. This one also we join with the Korat Geopark join with this project. Community water quality improvement project, and the mushroom return to the forest project. The last one is very interesting because we try to plant a lot of the forest, steep forest. So after that, we try to return the mushroom into the forest, and this is a good like a supermarket of the local community. They have the food in the forest. So this my presentation is I think this is enough for presentation today, and thank you very much for the Marangin Champi UNESCO Global Geopark, and thank you very much for the Office of the Environmental Provincial and the ICAT and Rajpat Nakhon Ratchasima Rajpat University and the Faculty of Science and Technology. And thank you so much, all of you, for attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. John.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Okay, this is the previous panelists. So we would like to invite you, to challenge you to share a poem or a meaningful remark in your own language to tribute to the sustainable future we strive together in this day commemoration. Would you please share us something? You said that you have music or song you've been created by your own. Would you like to share it to the participants?
Maybe I will send the English lyrics to.
Okay,
Can I send the lyrics here?
sure.
Okay.
Is it in English
Wait
or
a
in
moment.
Tagalog?
Okay, I
Sorry.
translate in English
Sorry,
already.
in Thailand language, yes? Okay.
Yeah, and would you like to listen? I feel so excited with this.
Okay, we would like to hear it too.
I share the English lyrics in this chatting, so maybe
Okay.
you can download it. So, and would you like to listen?
Yes, of course. Of course, Mr. Durang.
We wait maybe on.
So, yeah,
I feel so excited.
we're very excited to hear it.
Okay, maybe a short word. Sorry, in maybe a short word. In Thai is okay.
Yes, of course, in your mother language. We will like to listen to it.
Okay. Maybe I use a guitar.
Wow, guitar. Okay.
Can you hear this?
Okay. Oh, we cannot hear the guitar right now. I think we could have listened.
La ภูเขาที่ตั้งอยู่สูงตระหง่านและมีสายทานที่ไร้รวมสายชนมีทะเลที่หมุนเวียนโวกวน และมีผู้คนที่ผูกพันสายทางมีนกน้อยที่บินมาหากินและมีพื้นดินที่ยึดเหนี่ยวชีวิตมีต้นไม้ที่ใบก็เขียวขจีมีที่แห่งเดียวจึงจะมีพวกเราลาลาลาลาลาลาลาลา La 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 la.
Yeah.
Something like this, something like this.
All right. Let's have a big
Thank
applause
you, yeah.
for our singer.
Thank you. So I wrote this song for my academic camp. I wrote this by myself. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
So
you can get the English lyrics in the chatting. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe
Probably we
in
could
the
customize it.
in the future
into
I
the-
can play full option.
Wow, yes, of course. I agree with that. So
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the very thorough explanation, Mr. Juan Prayam. So now we will like to open the questions for the participants. So we already listened to a compelling overview from all the panelists. We already have also the keynote speaker sharing about the provoking on clean energy possibilities, and also how we can focus on what actually works rather than just idealistic vision, but also how this all possibility of clean energy can power our geoparks. Thank you, Mr. John Rangkayong. I also would like to thank you, Dr. Talia Kos and Dr. Agus, and also Koki Sang for all this presentation. Is very enlightening and very thorough. So now I would like to open discussion or dialogue or even questions for the participants. If you're ready to send your questions to our distinguished panelists, you can show the hands up icon from your Zoom application. Is there any? I cannot see the icons right now. Is there any questions? I would like to invite the participant to ask questions directly. So open your mic and you can directly ask the questions to the panelists. Is there anyone who raised hand to ask questions to the panelists? Nobody? If there's no one to ask questions, I would like to open the questions we had from the registration form. Did anyone want to question the panelists directly? Please raise your hand. I would like to invite any participants to question the panelists. So it's your chance now to ask our experts right here directly. If anything sparks your curiosity during the discussion or during the presentation, please go ahead and ask. Just remember to start by sharing your name, where you're from, and who is your question is for. And let's keep it brief so we can hear from more voices. I would like to ask for Sylvie's help. Is there any questions or raised hands? Oh yeah, Mr. Farid from the Indonesia Geopark Network, please open your mic, Mr. Farid, and your videos so you can directly ask the panelists.
Yes. Can you hear me, Sylvie?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So I'd like to congratulate all the panelists and Merangin Jambi UGP, Lesvos, and Korat UGP as well. It's really good presentation and sharing for this afternoon. A lot of insight that we can learn today. So I'd like to ask to Koki actually from Japan. How are you, Koki?
How are you? Long time no see, Farid.
Yes, so it's really nice to see you with your headband, right?
Okay,
I
I will
see that.
change it.
No. Oh, okay.
Now I am changed to Lombok style.
Oh, this is Lombok style. Okay, that's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate what Koki has done for the past few years, because he is really appreciating of our culture, and he always promoting our culture as well. So thank you, Koki, for that. So I'd like to ask you actually about how is the community involvement in that in ASO Geopark promoting the sustainable or renewable energy. Is there any particular activities or initiatives that you are working on with the community in ASO UGGP that we can also see as one of the best experience, or any other activities that we can see? Could you please share with us?
Yes, thank
Thank you,
you.
Koki.
Yeah, thank you. I love Indonesian people because this is batik from Indonesian people. That he is living in Fukuoka in Japan, but every Indonesian people has symbolic batik. Like this is Lombok, this is Merangin Jambi, and this is Ijen. And I learned from you, Indonesian people. They um, have the pride of their own culture. And in Japan, our wear is getting modernized. We wear just t-shirts or suits, like so. We in Japan we don't wear always kimono, but now I change my mind. I think I have to rethinking about our clothes, traditional clothes. So that's why I always wear uh, this batik when I discuss with Indonesian people. And your question is very difficult things every geopark. But for me, uh, how to involve the residents or local community is, I think, two idea I have, and one is formal way, I think, and but before discuss with local people, I think we have to show how uh, effect and a good program geo program means a geopark program. So because we have to clarify the benefit of the Geopark program. I think this is the benefit is a network, like this batik. When I show this batik, local people can say, "Oh, we have similar one," so they can aware of own culture via this kind of exchange with network, Geopark network. I think that's a benefit. So, but before we clarify that benefit, uh, when we discuss, no, we can discuss how attract, how useful our Geopark is to local residents. So, before this involve the residents, I think we we have to clarify our benefit of on program or something, I think. Then the two is an informal way. Many friends are there, but I'm not formal man. I love more casual, and local residence is also I think so. In this white area, I do hanami with them. Uh, Hanami means in spring. In spring in Japan, we eat lunch under the sakura cherry blossom tree. That's all. Lunch with them. It's not. Maybe it seems. It's not. It's not seems to. It doesn't seems to work, but it's very important. Eat lunch, talk, and chatting something, so we can uh, trust each other and make make real, genuine friendship. I think
Mm.
so. Eating, chatting, and sometimes discuss seriously. So they open their mind, and I can open mine, and maybe we can find the real issue. So the two types, the way is important, I think. So
Yes.
yeah, does it make sense? Sorry.
Yes, yes, it's really, really good. Really good explanation. uh, it's the sincere conversation, right? That
Yeah,
makes the progress. Okay, thank you, Koki, for your
yeah.
sharing.
Terima kasih. Terima
Back
kasih.
to you, Sylvie.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
still with me. It's Mr. Farid. Okay. Thank you for the questions and the answer. And Mr. Farid, because you are our president in Geopark Indonesia, I would like to challenge you, just the same challenge like the other panelists. Mr. Farid, are you ready? Please don't escape from this challenge.
No, I can't. I can't this. I can't think of any.
Let's go.
No. I need to
Let's
think
go,
first. I
Mr.
don't know
Farid.
what to say.
No.
Okay,
Just let the others to speak
No,
first.
you can't.
Let me.
No. Of course, Koki, Koki-san, I agree with you. Mr. Farid should come up with short remarks in your mother language, Mr. Farid.
Okay.
You're
Ya,
waiting.
terima kasih Bapak Ibu semua, teman-teman, rekan-rekan dari Jaringan Geopark Indonesia dan semua rekan-rekan yang ada di Indonesia dan juga di belahan negara yang lain. Mudah-mudahan hari ini ya kita bisa mendapatkan manfaat yang luar biasa dari sharing yang diinisiasi oleh teman-teman di Merangin Jambi. Bang Agus, congratulations, selamat Bapak. Bang, luar biasa dan mudah-mudahan ke depan bisa lebih baik lagi dan lebih semangat. Thank you. Semangat, salam Geopark.
Salam Geopark.
Ya, curang Kak Agus, ternyata Pak Farid ini tidak mau ya sharing puisi apa. Kalau di Merangin kan pantun nih, kalau di Pak Farid apa ya? Oke, terima kasih banyak Pak Farid anyway. Then let's continue to the next question. If anyone of the participants would like to question directly to the panelists, please hit the raising hand icon, or I read the questions come from Garut. It's Ibu Yanti Indriawati from Garut, and it's already very what we call threatened ecosystem ya in Papandayan Mountain. And Ibu Yanti asking questions to Kak Agus. Kak Agus, Ibu Yanti bertanya katanya bagaimana untuk bisa menjaga kelestarian sambil berkolaborasi dengan masyarakat lokal jika di dalam masyarakat lokalnya masih banyak preman, katanya Kak Agus. Oke, terima kasih Ibu Yanti. Pertanyaannya, Kak Agus, silahkan dijawab.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Bagaimana kolaborasi dengan masyarakat lokal? Sebenarnya tidak ada masalah ketika kita jalin komunikasi dengan baik, kita memahami kultur budaya mereka, begitu. Maka sebenarnya sesungguhnya di kelompok masyarakat adat yang di Merangin itu mereka sangat welcome dengan kita, sangat menerima kehadiran kita. Apalagi saya sendiri pendekatannya lebih kepada pendekatan sosiokultur, karena saya juga bagian dari mereka. Jadi satu kesatuan dari mereka. Kita kolaborasi. Nah, dengan program kegiatan yang ada di pemerintah daerah, kita ajak diskusi, terus juga teman-teman dukungan dari teman-teman NGO juga. Kolaborasi yang kuat itu terbangun oleh kita dari BP Geopark. Kami setiap hari BP Geopark terus bersama-sama dengan masyarakat lokal yang ada di situs-situs Geopark, dan kadang-kadang kami sama-sama ke desa-desa mereka di kelompok-kelompok masyarakat adat, berkolaborasi, bercengkrama dengan baik, bersosialisasi, dan itu ternyata mereka bisa terima kita dengan baik. Kolaborasi itu kuat gitu. Nah, sebenarnya yang dipaparkan tadi hanya bagian kecil dari aktivitas best practice yang kita laksanakan bersama masyarakat adat di Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark gitu. Tapi yang penting adalah ketika kita paham sama-sama visi kita, mimpi kita membangun memperkuat terutama memperkuat keberadaan masyarakat adat, maka kita akan bersama-sama dengan mereka. Saya sudah memulai ini dari dulu jauh hari dari kuliah dulu juga saya mulai membangun jejaring karena memang kelompok-kelompok masyarakat adat ini adalah kelompok-kelompok termenjinakkan oleh negara sendiri, sehingga apalagi yang di wilayah masyarakat adatnya itu masuk ke dalam kawasan hutan dan itu perlu kolaborasi yang luar biasa. Nah, alhamdulillah sampai hari ini kolaborasi antara Merangin Jambi UNESCO Geopark berdasarkan kekeluargaan, saling memahami dan saling mendukung, termasuk juga teman-teman dengan teman-teman Balai Taman Nasional Kerinci Seblat dan BKSDA juga kita kolaborasinya luar biasa. Nah, oleh karena itu juga dukungan itu pasti mereka sangat mendukung karena program kita sama dan tujuan kita sama, bahkan nilai-nilai baik dari apa yang kita lakukan untuk bumi berkelanjutan ini betul-betul kita bangun bersama. Tanpa masyarakat adat, Geopark itu bukan apa-apa. Gitu. Tanpa masyarakat adat, Geopark itu bukan apa-apa, khususnya di Merangin Jambi UNESCO. Demikian Kak, terima kasih. Saya kembalikan ke Kak Atta.
Terima kasih Kak Agus. So for other participants and distinguished panelists, we just have, I will translate a bit. So I will just have a question from Ibu Yanti Indiawati. She is an environmental activist from Papandayan Mountain, Garut, West Java, one of our provinces in Indonesia. And Ibu Yanti asked that is it hard to maintain or generate a closeness or collaboration with local communities or with indigenous communities, because she found some challenge when the communities reject the approach of sustainability approach, and some of them become a little bit silent. So Dr. Agus answering Ibu Yanti saying that Geopark management body in Merangin contribute to approach and conduct social communication with local communities, and they are trying hard to make the local communities or indigenous communities understand better and have the same vision as Geopark. So it's not easy, Dr. Agus said, but we have to be consistently making approaches and also always focus on the benefits for them, not only the project, but also the benefits for the local communities. So actually, it's a brief of Dr. Agus' answer. Okay, we still have time or not, Sophie, to give questions to the panelists from the participants. Is there any next question?
There is a question from the formular. I will share on the comment.
Kak Atta.
Dibacain aja Mbak Silvi.
Silvi.
Okay. This is from Megawati Putri Rajab from Maras Pangkep UGGP. I'm particularly interested in learning more about how developing countries can accelerate their transition to renewable energy despite financial and infrastructure challenges. I also hope this seminar will discuss the role of youth and education in promoting sustainable practices, as well as emerging technologies that could reshape the future of energy. Understanding this topic would give her valuable insight into how can she contribute more effectively. It's more about to challenges, financial challenges in developing countries, I guess.
So for whom the questions will be?
From Megawati Putri Raja from Maros Pangkep UGGP.
Okay. So which one of the panelists would like to answer that question? Can we have Dr. Poliakos perhaps or Kofi-san to answer that question, please?
Yeah,
Or
and
also, yeah, please do Kofi-san.
yeah, and I think this comment is youth education, and yeah, on last yesterday. Oh, maybe I discussed about the uh younger age education with Raja Ampat Anna, and she said to me, uh, re recently, the younger age uh, and youth people lost their own ancestral knowledge. So we have the gap, and our parents or grandfathers' knowledge, and between young modern age knowledge. So we have to fill the gap because younger age people loves AI or technologies and more uh, some attractive things like a urban style lifestyle, and I think it's good. And I'm also like technologies and urban style, but also um, our rural culture is also important and so cool. And I think it's youth education is need to not only scientific knowledge and uh, like more cool fashion or art or how the way of thinking or the way of uh, the how to feel the ancestors. So I don't have the um, concrete idea, but in this network we can find the good things. Maybe yeah, Indonesian people has a lot of art or the way of thinking of good way. I think so. I'm sorry, I can't summarize my opinion, but just comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kofi-san. So we already have other questions. Other question sender is quite satisfied with the answer or would like to follow up with some other Sophie or not? Shall we come to another question? It's from Chandra Putra.
Itu ada yang angkat tangan, Mbak.
Oh, I see. Udah ada yang angkat tangan ya. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Mrs. Joan, where is it? Mrs. Joanna? Mrs. Joanna, you just raise your hand. Would you proceed with the question? Okay. Okay, please. Yeah. Please ask directly to which panelist you would like to ask. Mr. Juan from Bohol Island, UGGP.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Please proceed.
Congratulations to the organizers. It's really good sharing. And to all the speakers, thank you for the very good presentations. It's really interesting and inspiring And I appreciate how you insert or allow the speakers to really share about their own culture, like the poem from Koki, the song of Dr. Jarun. It's really something refreshing in between our presentations. And so I would just like to ask Ilyas, you shared earlier about the sustainable tourism development. And then part of the strategies you mentioned is all about lessening impact, especially on tourism infrastructure and balancing it with conservation. Have you had any challenges especially in the legislative area or legal area, wherein most of our investors would really want to put up heavy infrastructures in a very nice and nature-based tourism destination? And how did you go about it or address such challenges? Thank you.
Yes, okay, thank you very much for the question. Well, I cannot speak for the whole entire world, but I can give you an example of Greece and especially of our geopark. We entered into the tourism business quite late, and this was fortunate because it gave us the opportunity to retain the landscape, and the infrastructure more or less intact. So nowadays, after the increase of tourism, there was a great interest, as you said, and maybe also pressure to increase this infrastructure. But in our case, the legislation is forbidding actually to build very heavy infrastructure. I mean, it is not allowed, for example, for somebody to come and build a 30 storage hotel in our area. It is prohibited by the protection of the landscape of our area. And this is the same more or less all over the country. So in reality, the national legislation and the local rules that are that were specified based on the national legislation allow us to have a more or less controlled development and not to put much pressure on the landscape and in the rest of the area by building very, very heavy and large hotels or large and very, let's say, impact making venues. So in our case, we are lucky because the national legislation and the local implementation of this national legislation allow us actually to put some very strict regulations on what is allowed and what is not allowed. And if you want me to specialize more, I can give you even a more specific example. In the protected area of the Lesbos petrified forests, nothing is allowed to be built, not even a single house, without the permission of the geopark. So all the documents and all the licenses need to come to us to be approved and then to go further for building. So we can actually have a strong influence and impact on what can be built and what cannot be built. But still, the pressure is very strong. It's not that we are okay and nobody is wanting to build very nice and beautiful and five-star huge hotels. No, but we try to control it as much as we can.
Thank you, Dr. Farios. So it's so refreshing to hear that your part was heard by the government to do the policy. They consult with the Geopark in your country, but in our country and also probably in the whole island, there are some challenge and also issues about that. Would you like to proceed with the detail, Mrs. John, or Papa probably would like to add something about that because I think it's the same issue with Indonesia.
Yes, because
Yes.
here in Bohol, actually, the Geopark is still new, and then we have not had any regulations in place, especially in the local level. And sometimes the national legislation is not properly implemented at the local level, since it's the mayors or the local government units who are in charge of the regulatory approvals, especially when it comes to tourism investments, like the kind of activities that you can do in our rivers, in our waters, the types of buildings that we can build. And I think this is also shared by most of geoparks in developing countries, wherein our regulatory power really relies on the mayors, the governors, and
True.
our leaders actually cannot really strictly implement regulation when it's favored by a few.
Yeah,
That's a challenge.
absolutely. Yes, can be more agree with that. But Pak Farid probably is our leader in Indonesian Geopark Network. Would you like to add something, Pak Farid, about this because it's quite similar with what happened in Indonesia. We also have challenge about that. How policymakers always doing something that is really against the Geopark vision and mission. And how can we deal with it? Pak Farid, would you like to share or add?
Yeah, I mean, um, Indonesia is quite big and too big sometimes to handle, right? With all the population and the area, we are a huge country, and it's really concerned. And one of the main problem here is how we can what is called how to make the rule is the can be doable in terms of not only in the top of the management of the government, but also in the community with the people as well. So how I think Professor Zoros mentioned in the text that dialogue and collaboration is the only way to achieve consensus. So I would like to hear as well from you, Professor Nicolas Zoros. How do you think, based on your past experience for the last 2 decades, for the more than 2 decades, developing geoparks in other countries, like in the developing countries like Indonesia or other countries as well, in Africa, for example. Maybe you can share also with us how the real challenges and how you can strategize those challenges that we can apply here in yeah, developing countries like Indonesia. Do you have
Okay, so
something?
yeah. Professor Jules, would you like to answer that, or should we just plan? Yeah, please, Professor.
I think that, as I said before, it's dialogue and exchange among the different geoparks, the way of understanding the real situation and the real challenges in each one of the geoparks. So we need much more focused discussions. We need much more seminars. We need much more to find solutions on common problems that we are facing. And this can only be through this platform that GGN is offering to all of us, which is the possibility of being together, because if we were not members of the global network, we wouldn't have the opportunity to meet each other, to exchange with each other, and find the new ways forward. I think that we all learn from the examples that we see, and there are very good practice in developing countries, but also in already developed countries. There are different solutions for different problems. So I think we all have to learn, and there is always space to improve our efficiency by following good examples and learn also from the mistakes that have been made, because we know that in difficult challenges there is not an easy way. So there is not always something only good to follow. There are also failures. So we have to learn from this also. For this reason, I think that such kind of seminars, capacity building activities, meetings offer us, to all of us, the opportunity to see different approaches and to learn from each other, from all the things that different geoparks have achieved. For myself, when I follow all these seminars, I feel that I enrich my experience and I learn a lot from your achievements. So this is my approach. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Zura. So as you say that we need to open more dialogues, more seminars, and more discussion about what we have, what we face in reality, including the challenge we had from the policymakers from the underdevelopment countries. So thank you, Professor Juros. Sorry, participants, because I think we have to conclude this virtual commemoration of Earth Day 2025 today. And I'd like to say a lot of thanks for Mr. Zuros, Professor Dr. Nicola Zuros from the GGN, and also Dr. Agus from the Management UNESCO Global Geopark, and Assistant Professor Joran Duang Krayong from the Korat UGGP, and Koki Nagata from the ASO UGGP Japan, and Dr. Ilyas Poliakos, the Vice Coordinator of Life Sports UGGP in Greece. Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the today virtual commemoration of Earth Day 2025 held by Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark. As we wrap up this inspiring discussion, let's reflect on the key takeaways from today. So sustainability is a collective effort, and we have to keep on consistently collaborating and join works like networking, and also keep on learning from each other. And Geopark stand as proof that responsible environmental stewardship can lead to positive change. So happy Earth Day 2025. A huge thank for all the speakers, moderators, MCs, all the organizations, the BP Merangin Jambi, and also from everyone who come and participate in this virtual commemoration. Thank you. So I am giving all the floor for the MCs to close this event. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kak Atta. On behalf of Merangin Jambi UNESCO Global Geopark team, thank you all for the amazing speakers, participants who joined us today from across the globe. Thanks you once again. Stay safe, stay inspired, and happy Earth Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kang Parit.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hatur nuhun,
Thank
hatur nuhun. Terima
you.
kasih
Thank you
semua.
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you,
Ya.
kasih.
Thank you, Professor.
Terima
Thank you,
kasih.
Agus.
Ya.
Terima kasih.
Arigato
Ya.
gozaimasu.
Arigatou
Sawadika.
gozaimasu.
Gitu.
Sawadikap.
Kappa. Sawadika. Sawadika.
Sawadikap.
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 Thank you.
Sawadikap.
Thank
Arigato.
you, Nico. Thank you semua.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins from Investment Geopark Advisory Council. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Geopark. Geopark Investing.
Salam Geopark.
Galunggung, Geopark Galunggung.
Salam Geopark Galunggung.
Iya, salam Geopark Galunggung.
Nah, Pak Lolo. Banyak.
Keren semua tim Merangin, mantap.
Mas Farid, thank you supportnya.
Jambi mantap.
Thank you supportnya Mas
Luar
Farid.
biasa.
Terima kasih senior-senior saya di sini.
Ada begadang semua kayak di Merangin itu ya?
Halo Pak Agus, Pak Farid, sukses ya.
Ya Pak Her.
Pak Agus,
Haryadi.
Ya Pak Her. Terima kasih. Ini dosen Unya banyak bergabung hari ini, Kang Farid.
Terima kasih dosen Unya.
Mantap.
Ada
Biar
Pak Haryadi.
ter-OTG lah, semakin banyak yang ter-OTG
Terima
kan.
kasih untuk Dokter Tati, Dekan Unya.
Pak Farid kita buat lagi Pak Farid.
Mas Farid ngapain Mas?
Boleh dong. Bang Dedi mana nih, nggak ada suaranya Bang Dedi? Harus bangkep. Ya, waalaikumsalam.
Terima kasih semua. Iya, ini Bang Dedi mana ya?
Iya nih, jangan ketiduran dia.
Ganteng. JM Ganteng Maros Pangkep.
Ini di mana Bang? Posisi di kantor semua?
Saya di Jambi.
Oh, Abang di Jambi.
Ya. Kamu di kantor.
Ngajar ya? Weekend mengajar biasanya?
Ngajar.
Luar biasa, jarak jauh dong.
Tim mesinnya udah kerja.
Nah, ya bagus lah. Mbak Misna keren tadi, pembukaannya Mbak Misna.
Wah, calon GM itu Kak.
Harus gitu dong, harus ada kaderisasi memang. Nanti tinggal harus latihan lebih banyak sama Mbak Atta itu. Pokoknya nanti di Merangin harus setiap hari ngomong bahasa Inggris aja Bang.
Tolong direkam ya ucapan Pak Farid, tolong direkam.
Ya kan, Mbak Atta tolong dibuatkan satu hari khusus ngomong bahasa Inggris semuanya kan.
Ya,
makin
betul Pak
mantap.
Farid.
Yang di kantor sudah mulai bisa lah sedikit-sedikit berbahasa Inggris.
Nah, Mbak Ana Nurliana juga ini jago ini buat dikirim nih dari Maros Pangkep ini. Mana Mbak?
Mbak Ana, mana wajah cantikmu?
Oh, Mbak Ana malu-malu dia.
Ana.
Assalamualaikum. Hadir.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Keren kan?
Bang Dedi, Bang Dedi itu baru muncul tuh.
Farid, Mbak Misna.
Bang Dedi.
Kang Dedinya nggak kelihatan.
Ada itu, masa segede gitu nggak kelihatan.
Ya Bang, dari tadi monitor Bang, ini baru outcam aja Bang.
Nggak lagi nyetir kan?
Iya Mas Farid, cari itu.
Bang, iya, saya monitor dari tadi Bang Agus, cuman nggak outcam.
Bang Dedi kurusan kayaknya sekarang.
Kurusan. Menyesuaikan frame itu Pak Agus.
Menyesuaikan frame jadi